June 8th here in southern Ontario, Canada. Now, I have more than one problem with Pierre Poilievre, sorry. I always want to pronounce it phonetically. He's the leader, or running for the leader of the Conservative Party. He has sat for 28 years. 7 terms he's been voted in his electoral riding. Now, I like the guy in Parliament. Trudeau himself and his entire cabinet have all been thrown at Poilievre, and they come out like a cat with turpentine painted under its tail, scalded and squalling. The man is a brilliant wordsmith. However, my main issue is in 2019, not the sham election we had last fall. That was designed to get Trudeau out of an investigation into the Winnipeg Level 4 biosecurity lab scandal. And it worked well. I don't know how that works, but it did. Got him off the hook. But the election in 2019. Now, Poilievre was a shoo-in for leadership of the Conservative Party and almost inarguably to trounce Trudeau, who was already falling from popularity. Everybody waited with bated breath, and in the 11th hour, Poilievre was to come out at noon and announce whether he was going to run or not. And he came out and said, "No, I'm not." I believe he just had a son, and he didn't want the time commitment, his family man and all. And I made a video or two at the time. I think I didn't look back. One of them might be called I Address Pierre Poilievre, in which I said, "Oh, come on, buddy, what do you're a shoo-in to get rid of this clown Trudeau, whose dictatorial agenda is more than obvious at that point. It's blatant now and undeniable, but I addressed Pierre Poilievre in that video. I said, "Look, if you're claiming a family man issue, how are you going to look your son in the eye in years to come when Trudeau will get away with putting the eternal crown on his head, and you were the man who had the chance to stop that from happening?" So now it's 2022, and he's out on the campaign trail, big time. He's got quite a following. People see him as the great white hope to displace Trudeau in 2025, because we can't call a non-confidence vote or have an election before that. With the supply and confidence agreement, the coalition government that the NDP has formed with the supposed liberals, the regime of Trudeau. And I've said before, if you think there's going to be an election in 2025 or something unforeseeable doesn't happen, you're deluding yourself. So, second problem, there's Poilievre out on the campaign trail. He's got people chanting, "Defund the CBC," and he won't let his cabinet members be part of the Klaus Schwab school of "you'll own nothing and be happy" and blah, blah, blah. He should be in Parliament doing the wordsmithery he does, saying nothing all day long except this coalition government destroys our democracy and must be stopped at any and all costs. So yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Poilievre. I don't know. Suit yourself, I guess.